Hey guys, it is Cheesy here, and today I am bringing you an NHL discussion video with my friend Nick about why the NHL series should be coming to PC. Now, just a little background about myself. I've been playing NHL since I believe '07, and then I played all the way up until 15, and then I took a break in 16, and I played NHL 17, and now NHL 18's obviously been announced, but there's been no word on it coming to PC, and as usual, it probably won't come to PC, and so we know that NHL 09 was the last NHL video game made available on PC, and so we'll just kind of be discussing some points we have about why we think it would be really sick if NHL would be a PC game.
So for me, I've been playing NHL since '09, regularly since 15. Kind of the switch from PS3 to PS4 turned me off a little bit because I started to become a PC gamer. 16 and 17 I rarely played, so that's my background on it.
Right, and so just something I wanted to touch on was that the reason why I took a break in 16 was not only because they didn't NHL 15 was really a bad game with the jump to next gen or new gen. I also got a PC that year, and then I got rid of my PS4 because I thought I wouldn't need it anymore. And so yeah, I made the switch over to PC, which I think can be called the best way to play games. And so I made that switch, and then I think that NHL should make that switch as well. So one of the first things that is obvious with NHL 09 is a modding community, as with most PC games. And so what do you think about mods, Nick?
So mods in PC games really help the game last long. We can look at Skyrim, we can look at Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, and Fallout 4 as examples. So NHL 09 came out in 2008, and its modding community is still alive. Mods are still being made to this day, and that's incredible. For almost a 10-year-old sport game, to still have mods, to still have a community that plays, that updates the rosters, not daily, but bi-monthly is crazy. It's amazing.
And then it's not like EA updates the
Oh,
rosters
no,
daily.
fuck
And
God,
yeah.
So that's one part.
But yeah, so Fallout 4, if you watch some of my videos, then you know that I've made videos on Fallout 4, and Fallout 4, it didn't have that much content compared to other Fallouts, and it's still being talked about. People are still making videos. People are still making mods about it. Now, obviously, NHL isn't quite as big as Fallout 4, but the mods that we see in NHL 09, I have a screenshot from a video on YouTube, which I'll link in the description, that you guys should probably check out, but, it's... If it had updated graphics and the same mechanics like skill stick and stuff from NHL 17, this would be a better game. And so the textures and all kinds of stuff, and it's played on PC to this day because of mods, and that's something that can only be said about games that are on PC and allow modding.
So we have to ask ourselves, why doesn't EA release an NHL on PC? And there's a few reasons for that, or
Right.
what they think. So Joe, you take.
Well, I think I should bring up FIFA here because it's the only EA Sports game continually released on PC on Origin, and NBA is also, but obviously it's 2K, and whether or not 2K should make an NHL game is another video. So, but yes, it needs they really do need to make a game. Anyway, so FIFA's the only EA Sports game on PC, and I guess that's because soccer's obviously an international game, and PC allows to reach as many people as possible. And obviously, while NHL isn't on FIFA's level in terms of numbers, it still has an international audience, up in Europe and stuff. And it really wouldn't be that hard for EA to port the game over to PC. However, as Nick mentioned, there are some factors which kind of are negatives against modding. And this is pretty much just hacks and stuff. So Nick, go ahead.
Another part past hacks is if they mod NHL games on PC, theoretically, let's say NHL 18 comes out on PC, then NHL 19, NHL 20, why would anybody buy those two games, right?
That's the thing, yeah.
You can have people release the rosters, because let's get right down into it. Nothing actually happens year after year with the games. One new edition.
Nothing substantial.
Create a mascot in NHL 18. Oh my. The only big change is the roster changes, and having mods being available would kind of deplete that.
And also, like, facial textures are really, really lacking in NHL. Now, obviously, MLB, which is I'm gonna talk about here, is bigger than NHL by a bit. I still want to use it as an example because guys who are in the minor leagues in MLB, they have their like actual faces in the game, their actual face textures and stuff. And guys who play on the bench and you really don't hear that much, they're really in the game. And so in NHL, you have guys like Morgan Riley without their face in the game. You have guys like Frederick Anderson. No, I'm mentioning the Leafs, but you have guys like William Nylander without their real face in the game. These guys are like big players for one of the biggest NHL teams in the world, and so facial textures, like texture mods, that could make such a huge difference in an NHL game. So yeah, so back to bots and hacks. FIFA Ultimate Team, obviously NHL has HUT. So with FUT, the game can be ruined for some, and then because like with bots they purchase certain cards. I'm not exactly sure how it works, and then also cheats allow for players online to have advantages. I've seen some forum posts on like FIFA stuff on PC saying that they really hate it, and there are people who've been hacking for years. But then I think that a fair like reporting system and investigating into hackers and cheaters should just take care of these problems like they do in CS:GO.
Now, the counterpart to that is two things actually. Why doesn't EA create a better like security system? I was going to say VAC, but why don't they create a better anti-cheat? Right now, VAC is pretty shit, but
I mean, it does the job for the most part. I've never really encountered too many game-changing hackers in CS:GO. Now, obviously, CS:GO is like so much bigger of a game compared to NHL, but it's not like creating an anti-cheat isn't really that hard.
And now the other aspect is hacking on PC versus hacking on console. Now, hacking on PC, it's a lot easier and it's a lot more accessible, but hacking on console still does exist. Bots on like FIFA markets, on NHL markets, those are a thing. And they were a huge thing in FIFA before they started putting price caps on players. And they're still a huge thing in NHL today.
And really, like, I don't play HUT. I think, like, I don't play it anymore. I used to. And so having, I guess, cheaters and HUT and stuff would really make me mad, I guess, back when I played HUT. However, I think that, one feature shouldn't necessarily dictate the outcome of the whole game. And then, as we mentioned, like, there could be things like anti-cheats, which kind of just, like, help with that situation.
So I'm going to quickly mention hockey games on PC and how the current market is. So people are begging for an NHL game on PC. Right now, the closest we have is old-time hockey.
Barely, though,
really
honestly.
Bad game. It's not even comparable.
It's so bad. Like, I was really hyped for it, and then I just totally forgot about it, and that's exactly what the game is about. Like, I haven't bought it, so I shouldn't really talk, but then it has mixed reviews on Steam, mostly negative, and then it's just like a bad game. But the thing is, it's hockey, though. And so some people I'm sure bought it without reading any reviews because it's hockey. They just want a hockey game.
Then the other major hockey PC game, it's not even major, but on the scale it is Seaside Hockey Manager.
Yeah.
Something, well,
super duper tactically kind of, and that's not necessarily something you always want. Like,
you want a lax hockey game.
I've tried to get into it, and it's like it's like a hockey like puzzle game or something. Like, if you don't like those, like just pointing and just managing things, it's like a management game, and obviously it has a hockey aspect, but it's not quite as fun as GM mode in NHL when you get to actually play the games if you want it and see how your players turn out.
Down to its core, it's a simulation and management game. It's not a hockey game.
Yeah,
you could throw.
You could manage anything, baseball manager, anything manager.
So it's a management game. It's unfair to even call it a hockey game. And old-time hockey is a hockey game, but it's just shit. It's worse than NHL 94 mode. It's really bad.
But Anyway, but yeah, like so I don't want to turn this into a debate about really like the NHL series. We're just talking about that it should come to PC. Uh the like EA's probably being scared off cuz it's a threat to Hut, and we all know how much money EA makes off of Hut and how guys like empty their wallets into EA's mouth.
And their
But
mom's credit card.
yeah, like stories about kids spending thousands, but and so yeah, it's a threat to their biggest money maker. However, I wonder if that money could be replaced or made up with sales that could happen on PC, and I really think that could be a thing, and especially if because you see people playing games that came out 5 years ago, came out a while ago, that are long like should like any AAA game like okay, let's think about Fallout New Vegas. Do we know when it came out? Like
2011, I think.
Okay, so NHL 11. Who talks about NHL 11?
Fallout New Vegas, my bad, actually 2010. So
There you go.
NHL 09.
Pretty much. All right. Wait, don't they come out the previous year?
Yeah, so it'd be NHL
So
09.
okay. Or NHL 9, NHL 10. Like nobody even talks about NHL 16. So I think that just proves itself. It can. I think it'll be
It would be significant. It would
be amazing.
It would be a milestone for the NHL series. Even if the port is utter shit.
Like it already is. FIFA's already shit, yeah.
But yeah, it would be a milestone. They wouldn't have to even put much work into it, and it would still be because the modding community would do it for them.
Honestly, that's the truth.
Just like Fallout 4.
Like it was,
the base game, it's not bad. But
it's good.
Really not
it's
good.
like it's like decent. Like I could say maybe the last NHL game that was decent was maybe 14.
13?
Yeah.
14, 13, the ones that actually changed kind of the game.
And then like yeah. Like so, yeah. I mean, there's a difference between playable and good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we don't talk about NHL 10, we don't talk about NHL 09. People still talk about New Vegas, and then the only people who are still talking about NHL 09 and even games like NHL 04 or something, if you search up on YouTube, the only people who do still talk about those games are modders. And those games were the last ones on PC.
And now, since 2008, we've had a whole new PC community. People flooding in, switching when the PS4 and Xbox One came out, just like us. Right? There's so many new people on PC. If we look at Steam numbers from 2008 to 2027, oh god, from 2008 to 2017, the numbers are a huge change.
Like I don't think there's a question about whether PC is not the best way to play games. I mean, it just is. Obviously, that's another debate, but assuming that it is the best way, I mean, I think it should be a no-brainer. And obviously, a lot of people do play on PC. You see, like the biggest games, the biggest esports, they're PC games. Like, obviously, there's some PS4 tournaments, but those are laughable, honestly.
If you look on Twitch right now,
obviously,
the biggest games we'll all see are PC games. PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, CSGO, Overwatch, League of Legends, Dota. That's what we'll see.
Like, even having the option to... Like, I'm not sure... If it came to PC, it would be on Origin.
Yeah.
And so people wouldn't see it on Steam, which would be unfortunate. However, on Origin, there's Battlefield. Like, there's Mass Effect. There's games like that. And so even just giving people the option to, like, view NHL, I think it would really expand their market. And then people, like... Yeah, I don't know. I think it would just, like... It would reach so many more new people, I think. Even if it's just a few. I think NHL is a fun game for the most part. Obviously, it could be improved upon, but mods and stuff could probably make it like a really nice game. And so I think that's pretty much it, right, Nick? Anything else you want to add?
No.
Okay, so yeah, so the benefits of mods, enhanced graphics, and pretty much everything else that we've talked about should allow NHL and every other sports game to come to the best video game platform in the world, which is PC. And so at least that's our opinion. Please take this with a grain of salt. And but not literally, I guess. And but feel free to leave your opinion in the comments, honestly, and I'll try and get back to you. Maybe we could get a conversation going. Yeah, so I'll have more videos for NHL, and feel free to subscribe for more. Nick, do you want to include your channel or not?
Yeah, so my channel is youtube.com/user/Contra.
Yeah. Oh, actually,
I
no,
make CSGO videos.
no, your URL is different, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's Tigger7, my bad. So if you want to search up for me, search
Okay,
up
yeah.
Tigger7.
So I'll hit it up, bro. I'll leave an
Yeah,
annotation
yeah.
and stuff. And so thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe, as I said, for more NHL content. Also, don't forget to leave a like and drop a comment if you have an opinion on whether or not NHL should come to PC. So for now, I will see you guys later, and bye.